They make preparations for our digital products to be sold on Amazon in an easy, fast, and above all, completely free manner, ensuring a hassle-free experience for us as sellers. Gentlemen, welcome. I'm Yuri Tufano, the Wolf of Amazon. We're here, inside this brand new video, brand new live stream, eagerly waiting for someone to connect with us and join the conversation. Gents, kindly let me know if you can see and hear clearly. Hi Sabrina, first and foremost, I extend a warm welcome to you. In this video, as mentioned in the opening, we will see here in the light of what we saw in the previous appointment. Let's see how our books are prepared, because we saw last week how to find our profitable keywords, so our journey inside the publishing business continues, with new insights and strategies to help us thrive in this competitive industry. Well, gentlemen, so while waiting for someone else to connect, I'll leave you with our Rosetta. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are ready for this brand new live. Let's start with greetings. Hello Fabrizio Ligotino. How are you, Sabrina? We have already greeted you, Christian Simone, Lanfredi. Welcome, welcome, Christian and Ludovico, who without even a hello starts ready. Go with the questions. After we see them, guys, the questions. Welcome, Ludovico. So raw. We want the answers right away. After that, we will talk about formatting, recipe books, etc., etc. So we saw last week Gentleman Mena before flowering. So if you haven't seen it, first of all, I invite you to go and review after this live is over, instead of watching the usual things you see there. No, from the other charlatans, go and see the information, because we give information every week completely in a completely free way. So go and see. Okay, here last week we saw how they go. Hello Sfidencio, how are you after guys for private students? Okay, little Rocco Panduri, welcome, little announcement. There will be a super guest, okay? You have to pay Francesca Axel Delaware, yes, it's about to expire. There will be a super guest for private students. Inside the Zoom there will be a surprise guest, okay? Then maybe we'll take some layers. Maybe we'll show you something outside too. Sergio, good evening. So I was saying, go watch last week's live, guys. You say he's the guest and then you'll see him later. We'll publish to show who this super guest is, a very important digital entrepreneur. During our previous discussion, we covered keywords and their significance. Now let's recap the steps, especially for those who are joining the live session for the first time today. These steps are of utmost importance. Shall we proceed? Even other trainers listening, guys, listen so you can provide your students with the correct info, okay? These are the most crucial aspects in business, and this is the reason why I want to remember them and emphasize them continuously. I constantly see these important points being discussed in private Zooms, in the comments section of our various support channels and so on. It's evident that people often get stuck on irrelevant and unproductive matters, okay? Mainly, it's the same kind of unproductive matters that others try to profit from in different contexts, okay? That's why it's crucial for us to stay focused on what truly matters and avoid wasting time and resources on such distractions. For those familiar with WePublishing, they know we are straightforward and concise, right? No frills, no storytelling or fables about the importance of a wonderful brief. We provide a service for 300 euros to create the brief or a mega cover designed by a super cool designer, possibly from Pakistan on tour. Is that okay? With all due respect to the Pakistani people, we greet, hello Pakistani. Fundamental aspects of the business are those 3 or 4 aspects of the publisher's activity. Listen to all of them with open ears because these aspects are fundamental. They are the 3 or 4 fundamental aspects that you absolutely cannot do without. Okay? So what are they? Last week we saw the search for profitable keywords. I explained the parameters to you. I showed you in screen sharing, live public. Okay? Public live. Something you do not see. All the other sellers do not show you the keyword search in live public screen sharing, guys. Okay? Because otherwise they can't sell you anything. Because they only know that. I'm just saying that because they copied it from other places. So go check it out if you don't know what a profitable keyword is. Keyword profitable, we quickly resume it and now we move on. It's the topic of your book. What will I write my book about? So don't write your book yourself. I remember it, but I don't know how to write books. You will never have to write 2 letters or 2 words in a row in your life to do this activity. Okay? And not even read the book. I hear more and more often about people, aspiring publishers, aspiring sellers of booklets on Amazon. I have to read the book. Don't worry, you don't need to read the book. There are successful publishers, extremely successful. Which one? That I have never read a book like the ones published by boys. Don't worry, you don't have to read books. But I would become bored while reading. You do not have to read the book. Okay. Therefore, the profitable keyword serves as the foundation of your business. Without the profitable keyword, without the topic that has a market, it is not possible to do everything else. Do you feel like going to take a nice cover? Do you feel like going to write a well-written book? And here all the inexperienced business people fall. They want to make the cool book, the well-written book. Guys, I'm going to give you a big disappointment. Okay? It's not just because your book is well written. It's written very well. It will sell more. Okay? This is the example that I frequently bring up to my students during private Zoom sessions. But which one is it? If you have a pizzeria, for instance, and you make the best pizza in the world, all right? However, it is unknown to anyone that the best pizza in the world, as you understand, would be unsellable, or that your pizza, being the best pineapple pizza in the world, would probably not sell if you opened it in the center of Naples, okay? Make a product with a market, profitable keywords, otherwise forget it, don't do everything else. It doesn't make sense. Once we locate the profitable keyword, what do we need to do? We need to generate our product, okay? The book, gentlemen. So here I open and close a parenthesis. We will not go to see inside this live physically how to make the book, because I won't show it to you, even though we could make examples on GPT chat without problems. Since I myself have made several, I didn't delegate to other people then to give lessons, to put all these fakes that are done elsewhere in the course. I myself have personally created dozens and dozens of tested books before conveying the instructions to my students. However, as a result of our extensive experience surpassing the norm in the training landscape, not only in Italy, but also on an international scale, I have developed a free course that deviates from the typical framework used to attract and manipulate individuals for the purpose of selling them something. The free course that I am now putting here in the comments and pinning for you, I will show you, is this one that you find here in the description, here at the bottom, also here in the live, wepublishing.biz, Corso free. When you register, you will receive an email that allows you to access the Kajabi platform, which is a recognized platform in the world that hosts courses. So don't settle for just a page. Anyone who claims to be an expert must have a course, okay? You'll get an email. There'll be a presentation after you register, but you'll get an email with the course, access, link, to create your credentials for the free course. Within this free course, I explain to you precisely screen sharing with ChatGPT, how to create your book, how to search for keywords. I explain everything. But we also review it in these live sessions. So don't worry, you can ask questions. We are here live on purpose. So take advantage of this opportunity because it is completely free to ask questions to someone who has already published a book on Amazon, okay? Not that he did it in 2015 and then retired. He went into retirement and sold courses, for example. Or someone who has written 3 books with some success and then said it's better to do courses than write books, okay? So those who have accomplished numerous tasks, and we have written numerous works on behalf of Self Publishing Italiani, over 7,000 books composed with my writing company, okay? Not 100, not 50, a total of 7,000 books, okay? 7000. Well, how do we accomplish this well-read book? You may be wondering how many words, but let's get to the point. Tighten. Let's tighten. So a very important aspect. So after finding the profitable file, we must first decide what structure our book should have. In some situations, they will try to tell you, you who are not good enough, that you are an expert. You have to rely on other situations to make the brief market research, buyer persona. What is the buyer persona? What does it represent? And how can it help us create a targeted and effective book that resonates with our intended audience? Who is the potential customer? Therefore, consequently, who is the target customer? From there, go to make your product. I will restate my point. Let's keep our ears open. The book is not the main aspect of the business, even though we sell books, all right? Is that clear? Shall we move forward with this understanding? That said, I want to clarify that it's not that the book is poorly written. The importance of the book is that it is well written. But in the present day, with the abundance of technology that provides us with complete support at no cost, we no longer face any problems regarding the quality of the book, and all of my boys, my students who are currently participating in the live session, okay? They are already publishing despite the opposition, okay? In the face of mass hysteria, they will impose a ban on you. Men, when they slap you on the head and prohibit you from using artificial intelligence, it is because they desire to sell you their damn and repulsive services, all right? Yuri, but if you wanted to write small books for kids, is it possible? Definitely. Yes, check the free course. After the live, go and record it if you haven't seen it yet. Go see guys. We've had 10,000 accesses, 10,000 people interested in us in the last 2 to 3 months. Only 20-25% of people have actually accessed the free course. Guys, you're crazy, but you are totally crazy. I am giving you a free course worth thousands of euros. Out there you are buying these courses from some charlatans who pass themselves off as publishers and have never published any book, who sell you the same information that you find inside this free course, okay? Why am I doing this? Why do we get rid of all of them? This is our goal. We have to sweep away all these people. Okay? So, can you make children's books? Absolutely yes. What is important is that you have to make CGPT do after doing a little research on Amazon. So go see when you searched. But you do this when you search for the keyword. When you perform a search for the keyword, you can view which books are currently selling in the market. For instance, I will provide you with some examples. Let us see if something comes to mind. When perhaps you are contemplating publishing a book on the air fryer, it is possible that you realize, I provide an example, I am inventing because I do not have the keyword right in front of me at the present time. It is possible that you observe that there are 4 books selling, 5, let us say 5 books selling. Among these 5 books that are currently selling, however, the focus is on the methods I showed you in the previous week, in the other video. The focus is on the fact that 4 out of these 5 books that are currently selling, however, are specifically the Diabetic Air Fryer Cookbook for Beginners. I'm not just an air fryer. I'm inventing A pretending that... So, what is the underlying reason that leads you to think this way? This leads you to think logically that the profitable keyword is probably not the Fryer Cookbook for Beginners. So the variation of the book that you have to create will be a book on diabetic air fryer cookbook for beginners, for instance. A variation for individuals who have diabetes but still desire to utilize the air fryer, that machine which fries with air without the need for oil. Guys, parents, not like making fries, pre-fried in air fryer, they're healthy, right? Why is there a bit of misunderstanding for air fryer users? But I'll clarify. I say this because no, I've known some. No, because I am on a diet, but I put French fries in my fryer. Yes, guys, they are pre-fried anyway. Okay, so if you are diabetic, don't do things that are not good for you. Attention, gentlemen. Please make sure to go and see what declension this keyword has in order to determine if it is really profitable in that sense for that specific keyword, or if it has particular declensions and therefore is profitable for that type of topic, okay? Your attention to this matter is greatly appreciated. Peaceful Mind, that's Yuri. Thanks for getting me out of the growth wheel, but Peaceful Mind is one of those who publish the dashboards monthly in WePublishing, so now I'm free without bosses, and I earn more than the average growth wheel. Peaceful Mind lives abroad, guys. He is one of those who, through his involvement in the publishing business, has effectively transformed his life. He and Eugenio, who in January went to live in the Canary Islands, okay, they are not the only ones, there are also others. Ludovico, when he will have the pleasure to enter, maybe he will still be inside here, publishing will know the Peaceful Mind in person, okay? So we were saying, so go and see if this keyword is actually profitable from your point of view, the way you searched for it. We have observed, as per our example, that the keyword air fryer, which is profitable for diabetic air fryer, is indeed a profitable keyword. What do we need to do? A type of market research, buyer persona. However, gentlemen, you do not need to rely on Nielsen to carry out market research activities. You do not need to spend citizens of euros. What is the paradox that we are currently facing in these recent times, my gentlemen? Can you please enlighten me on this matter? You, who find yourself trapped in the clutches of these cunning characters, are you doing okay? The problem you are facing is that you delegate these jobs in order not to use the artificial intelligence that costs you $20 a month, guys. It is a completely free assistant that you have at your disposal to develop your business, any association, in addition to the sale of booklets. You can do anything, okay? Delegate the creation and development of these jobs to other people or agencies, anything that, however, uses these services to sell them to you. Guys, wake up! I shouldn't have to tell you. There is no need for you to commission these works to other people because they will use ChargePT. Use it yourselves. Go to this blessed source. Use these tools. I'll teach you. I'll show you. Go to ChargePT. And you tell them you have to do this damn index of the book. So let's get to it. We have to create this book. This product, don't worry, guys. It will take a few hours if you dedicate yourselves continuously. It will take you 2 days at most. You can dedicate half an hour a day. It takes 3-4 days. But guys, that's the time. Okay? It doesn't take 10 minutes, but it doesn't take at least 1,000 euros today with the technology we have available. And guys, it's obvious that you need a bit of experience. If you start from scratch, you do it yourself, but that's obvious. Here is the difference between doing it myself with Yuri's free course or relying on WePublishing. Thanks a lot. You rely on a team that has been doing it for years. It's obvious that he has more experience than you. But do you want to start sniffing out business, right? Listen to the scent. See how it makes books of different materials for children. Try the free course. But do you see what we're talking about? It's not the usual free course that lasts just 5 minutes. There are a total of 8 hours of information packed in there. Inform me of your preference, whether you find it appealing, if it matches your needs, all right? So we said that this book is a diabetic-friendly cookbook for beginners. Well, what we could say to ChatGPT, for example, but you can also say it in Italian, okay? In Italian, in English, in German, in whatever language you desire, kindly go and convey to him the request to develop a comprehensive outline for a book dedicated to air fryer, catering to individuals who utilize air fryer but are also living with diabetes. Then you will go and see, this is a very simple job to do, go and see, for example, reviews of competing books, those that sell well or badly, and little things about BSR, those that have BSR under 100,000 also sell Kindle and paperback. In this case, both versions are suitable for this type of work. Let's see what the negative reviews are, for example, that they have inside these books. If negative reviews indicate that the book is black and white, we do not care, because it is highly probable that I say highly probable because it is not 100% certain, it depends. We may publish bianco e nero for margin. We'll consider all this here, don't worry. We'll get there, discuss it in episodes. White and black for margins, as we must earn as much as possible. No need to make the book as beautiful as we can. We need to margin as much as possible. Guys, this is a game of bargains. We're not playing the game of the coolest book. We have to make money with these books, okay? Because otherwise we are wasting time. Go and see these reviews. We VA no longer use Christian. We will talk about it at the right time of the reviews. Go and see these negative reviews. If these negative reviews, here too I have to invent a bit because I don't have it in front of me. But they say this book is interesting. It only contains recipes. Too bad it doesn't talk about how a diabetic can manage, I don't know, the use of the air fryer in relation to their health problem, okay? It will mean that in the GPT chat, you will tell them to develop the hotline app on this topic, also including a part of the book that talks about this. You should develop a series of points, but why do you see it? Others tell you, you don't have to reveal anything. Look at 2 or 3 books that sell reviews, but not positive ones, which are probably fake. The most critical ones are usually the ones with 2 or 3 stars. Take these points and add them to the prompt you are giving to ChatGPT and ask them to develop an outline for your book. It is absolutely vital that you meticulously perform this specific job to create a comprehensive outline for the task at hand. Why? Why? If you inform them to create the outline for a book titled Diabetic Air Fryer Cookbook for Beginners, there is a possibility of encountering problems. In the end, yes, you could run into issues because if all of you, 100 individuals, follow this prompt, it is highly probable that duplicate outlines will arrive. And if duplicates arrive at that moment, when you go to develop the book, we will reach that point soon. It is likely that you may find yourself with plagiarized books among you, okay? So, it is crucial to be cautious and ensure the originality of each outline to avoid any complications in the future. So one of the very important steps to have books that don't give you problems later on is precisely upstream in the creation of the outline that you don't need the study of some person, some genius who has come down to planet Earth to make an outline of a book, okay? The index of your book, given some points, I want you to discuss this in the book. Can you include it, please? Let me give you 5 sections of recipes: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, for example, or if you don't want all 5, 6, 7, or packed lunches for dinners out, for example, okay? Diversify as much as possible. It will give you the outline of your beautiful ChatGPT. You take this outline, copy and paste it. I usually use a Google document. Okay, what do you say we do this little step together so I can show you what I mean? So I can show you practically how you can start writing down your booklet and then go and develop it. Now I'll show you how you can go and sketch out your first booklet on Amazon to publish on Amazon. Okay guys, so let's see if the screen is visible. Here we are, we're on our beautiful ChatGPT. Now I won't be particularly specific because what interests us is the specificity in creating the outline, which I explained to you a little while ago. So we could say, let's do it in English. Write an outline for a book, Diabetic Air Fryer Cookbook for Beginners. With this outline, you'll have a clear structure for your book, including chapters, sections, and key points. It will serve as a guide for your writing process, helping you stay organized and focused. Once you have the outline, you can start filling in the details, expanding on each section, and adding relevant information. Remember to keep your target audience in mind and tailor your content to their needs and interests. By following this approach, you'll be able to create a comprehensive and engaging booklet that resonates with your readers. So, let's get started and turn your ideas into a well-structured book. You can do it in any language, this prompt. Then if there is a German person listening and they are writing in German, they will write the prompt in German. Following that, when it is time to write the book, he will instruct ChatGPT to write this chapter for me, write it to me in German, keep it simple. Is that okay? Please write it in English and Italian for me, okay? Also, write it in Spanish. Additionally, could you provide an outline for the book titled The Diabetic Air Fryer Cookbook for Beginners? Thank you. The book is, even if it is comprehensible, intended for individuals with diabetes, as well as for individuals who lead busy lives, busy individuals, and so on and so forth, 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 and so on and so forth. Be specific, but you can analyze the reviews to see this. Now, I won't be specific because otherwise we'll be here for an hour creating the outline. Let's see how to switch to the next screen. So he is providing us with the outline. I am currently working on the outline for the Diabetic Air Fryer Cookbook for Beginners, and it is really starting to take shape. Here it is, introduction part 1. Now that it develops a little slower. Because anyway, ChatGPT 4 guys use the 4, do not be stingy. Yes, cost I understand is $20 a month. Then maybe you buy a pack of cigarettes a day in 4 days, you have paid ChatGPT. Okay, I understand that it is nice to spend more on things that interest you than on things that may have a future return, but guys, that's how it works. So get ChatGPT 4 because it is infinitely better than 3.5, the free one. That said, this outline is designed to be a comprehensive guide for beginners, so it is created to be a guide for beginners that covers the essential aspects of managing diabetes using an air fryer in a simple and effective manner, providing helpful tips and recipes for a healthier lifestyle. The emphasis is on simple and speedy recipes that are specifically designed for individuals with busy schedules. Our next step is to take the text generated by GPT, create a copy, and then navigate to the other screen I will demonstrate. This is important because we need to transfer this outline to Google Docs, our platform for developing the book. So, what we'll do now is make a duplicate of the text provided by GPT, move to the other screen I'll show you, and then proceed to bring this outline into Google Docs, our primary tool for developing the book. So I do Command V with Mac. With Command V, it always brings you back, unless you use Firefox, it probably does it differently, but on Chrome it works like this. So I perform Command A, which is equivalent to select all. Then I perform select all, followed by the command. And finally, I click on the button next to the one that cancels the formatting. If you don't want to perform this operation, you can do Command Shift B on a Mac, and it will bring you back to the previous state, but you will lose the points, etc. So, after performing Command B to select everything, I execute Command E, and then I click on the straight little rod next to one to remove the black background. Well, the first thing we need to do is create the structure of our book by going through the chapters. Therefore, we opt for Introduction and place it under the designated Heading 1 section. This is the title of the first chapter, Introduction, Heading 1. So it all begins with this important opening section. Part 2 and another chapter. Heading 1. Part 3. We have Part 4. Following that, we reach the conclusions. Additionally, we can select all of them together by keeping Command Heading 1 selected with the Mac. As a result, we have successfully created our chapters in the document. Okay, well, these specific ones here have the potential to be utilized as chapters at the second level, providing an additional layer of organization and structure to the content. So Heading 2 benefits overview. Okay, here we put bold. Then if we want to make smaller chapters, maybe 12 or 14, what we do is then update heading to match. Okay, here, we go to the next line. Here we go to the next line, but this is just a matter of formatting that you will do calmly, okay? So it's crucial to ensure proper formatting for improved readability and organization of the content, which will enhance the overall user experience. This is an illustration of normal text. It is not identical anymore. So let us categorize it as normal text. Okay, is that clear? Also here normal text, and we have formatted. Then afterwards we fix everything. Don't worry. These are things that are done. They are fixed. Okay? So then here it is fixed. We do not care much now at this moment. Okay? So we have these 2 sub-chapters. Additionally, we are missing the third. Sorry. Okay, and here it is. Well, you see that on the left. The structure of the book is being created. The same thing you will do here too. This, and this are potentially 3 other sub-chapters, okay? We don't care much about it now. We have 2 sub-chapters, and we are missing the third. The structure of the book is being created on the left. You will do the same thing here as well. These are potentially 3 other sub-chapters, okay? We need to ensure all the necessary sub-chapters are included in the book structure. On the left, the structure is being created. Part 1, understanding ingredients, healthy substitutions, portion control, and meal planning. 3 sub-chapters. If it's the same, they're already assigned in the structure. You do it here too. Breakfast, I'll show it to you only with this one, and then we'll do a chapter. It's uniting 2. However, the recipes, guys, are united in 3, a 3rd level chapter. Same. Additionally, I am also here. Furthermore, I have the same experience. Is that okay? All sources are going. What you'll do in the end, select everything and choose a font. Let's take Garamond, for example. Garamond is suitable for books. Okay? Do you observe how it is already more aesthetically pleasing? Well, we currently possess an introduction. So let us update reading 1 to match and observe what it has brought to everyone. Each chapter will always start on a new page. Page introduction. How do you do? Before part 3, Command plus Enter, or it should be on Windows Control plus Enter. You look for it, okay? We have the structure of the book, guys. Here you will also make the chapters. Now I'm not going to explain the whole structure of the book. It is of utmost importance that we prioritize the completion of the chapter at this very moment. So let us create a duplicate and promptly return to ChatGPT. Kindly wait for a mere second. And here we are. We are swiftly going back to ChatGPT. What message should we convey to them? I have diligently made a copy and executed a paste operation. It is imperative that we expand upon the chapter. This approach already proves to be a fruitful way to develop the chapter. Does this approach meet with your approval and satisfaction? When he wrote to us, he explained this chapter in a very simple manner. What we will do is copy and paste it, then bring it back to our screen. I will show you how to do this. We will make these jumps for this phase of screens. It is not an automatic system, but more of a manual process to demonstrate it to you. Now, let's create this chapter. We need to give it some time to finish. If you use Firefox, the copy and paste job works a little better. If it doesn't work well, you can try using Chrome. After that, you can do the formatting. He has finished the chapter. Actually, it always has this structure that we can then modify. We don't have to make it exactly the same as the CPT. So, let's copy it, my beautiful friends. Now, let's go back a little to share our book, okay? I hope you find this explanation helpful and clear. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Have a great day. Let's go back to this point, an overview of diabats, okay? This is the chapter. Let's copy and paste the content from here to there. Okay, you see there is still a black background. Let's take it. We have already completed the first subchapter, so command plus the button next to it, number 1, and here we are. Introduction to diabats and so on and so forth. Is that acceptable? During this process, we may opt to remove these points, specifically the bullet points that were adjacent to the overview of diamonds. Consequently, the introduction remains as the primary chapter of the book, positioned below the chapter section. Subsequently, we proceed to develop the entire book. Once again, we utilize the Select Everything command and apply the Garamond font to observe the resulting changes. In this case, our intention is to remove the gray color and replace it with black. To achieve this, we make a copy and then select all, changing the color to black. If we desire to enhance the formatting, we can make the various subchapters bold by using the command B or selecting the B option. After completing our chapter, we can remove the conclusion. That concludes the process. The same identical method is employed for the benefit of half rhyme for the medics, and it is executed in the exact same manner. These here are the other 2 subchapters. You can see that he already sees them as heading 3 structures here. The role or as heading 4, but since it is not ordered, we will bring them as heading 3. Apply. He executes it in this manner, which we are not fond of, so we will modify it to Garamond and additionally make it bold. Update Iding 3 to match. He's not doing anything, we're just decorating the interior if we want to do it. Without the same, we'll do it here. Copy and paste, let's go to GPT chat, expand chapter, and he'll write for us. Copy and paste, same you do it here, etc., etc., etc. So, guys, within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, does ChatGPT give us the actual recipes, or do we find them from other sources? No, there are no guys. And does ChatGPT do it? In the course, I will explain it to you. I will show it to you again. Let's say we have to make a vegetable and cheese frittata, okay? Let's return to ChatGPT and then let's state that we can consider the recipe issue closed. And let's say write, you see there's GPT. Now I'll reshare it, here it is. Let's say write the recipe and put it in quotes. Okay, for the book Diabetic Air Fryer Cookbook for Beginners, I don't want to capitalize them. Okay, the book was specifically made for diabetics. Okay, it provides a wide range of recipes suitable for individuals with diabetes, focusing on air fryer cooking techniques. The book aims to help beginners in managing their diabetic-friendly diet by offering delicious and healthy recipes. Let's ensure that the recipe is accurately represented in the book, reflecting the needs and preferences of the target audience, diabetics. Let's remind him that the book is for diabetics, because if he shouldn't lose his memory, he shouldn't. We remind him that when he puts down this recipe, it must be made for diabetics. Okay? Food not included, not permitted for individuals with diabetes, as it can adversely affect their health due to its impact on blood sugar levels. Don't fear English, use Dippler, write in Italian, then translate to English. If you're German, write in English, then translate. If you're Spanish, write it in Spanish, translate it into English prompt. Do not include food that is not allowed for diabetic individuals. That's good, all right. Please provide the nutrition facts, including serving size portions and cooking time. Additionally, let us know any other information you would like to include. Our writer will ensure that all your requirements are met. Once we receive your input, we will review what he writes and share it with you. In addition to the recipe details, he can also provide an overview of the recipe if you would like to include it. If not, we can remove it. Rest assured, we will make sure that all your desired information is accurately included in the final write-up. So this is a recipe for a single individual. So a small amount of cheese should be sprinkled. Quick breakfast or light lunch packed with vegetables and topped with a sprinkle of cheese. At this moment, we practically have our servings. Cooking time, portion size, 1 omelette per serving. So it will be a small omelette, not the big ones as we mean or desire. Ingredients. Instruction. Essentially, we have Sabrina providing us with the recipe, so our wonderful ChatGPT is responsible for writing it down accurately. Nutrition information per serving. Then, gentlemen, if you do not trust the nutrition facts provided by ChatGPT, there are numerous online tools available to check and verify nutritional values accurately. Let's take our recipe, make a copy, go back to our document again. It becomes more complex because I am doing this screenshot step. This additional task adds to the complexity, requiring extra attention and precision. Therefore, it is important to carefully follow each step to ensure accurate results. By duplicating the recipe and revisiting the document, we can effectively navigate through the intricacies of this task and achieve the desired outcome with confidence in our process. Let's return to our document, navigate to the subsequent line, and paste the recipe. Gentlemen, is that acceptable to everyone? We choose our recipe, even though it is extremely unattractive to look at. Let us proceed with this. This recipe overview provides info about the shortcut C command option +0. I'll do it like this for convenience. We don't mind if this is inside the index, right? All of the parts that are in gray color. So I will execute the command option 0 and see that it removes them. I will then repeat the same command option 0 3 more times. The same process applies to the ingredients, where I will use the command option 0 2 more times. And on the FactSled command option 0. Once again, I select everything, and this is a task that you can easily do at the end. In order to enhance their appearance through formatting, we also apply bold styling. The ingredients for this are as follows. Servings. Duration for preparing food and the size of servings. Here. Breakfast. Let's make it a little bigger. Recipe overview. We don't care about the writing. We have put down our beautiful recipe. Look how beautiful it is. And here we have the other 2 recipes that we will develop in the exact same way as I did now. Okay, here. If we still want to make it a little nicer, we will put the numbers 1, 2, the steps, and we have done, Sabrina, our recipe. X low-carb recipe, strange prompt to ChatGPT implies. If we give an odd prompt to ChatGPT, what meanings does it provide us? What does odd prompt mean? Provide correct prompt, okay? For example, low-carb recipe for people with kidney disease, a contradiction. No, it is not true. You are right, guys. Let us not make up things that might complicate us. Sabrina, this way you go and do exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the live. Don't create any more unnecessary problems that otherwise you don't need to come and create, okay? You have to make a very simple beginner's book to sell on Amazon, period, okay? Do you have a service for video advertising within the course? I don't have a service, I give advice on resources. Okay, I'll say it. There is no service from a guy who has to sell you videos made at a clearly overpriced price, right? If you find it on Fiverr for $30, the service must sell it to you for less than $150. How do they fit in? I provide resources. Yuri, I can't find anyone who does reviews for me. He doesn't respond on Facebook. The book doesn't sell. We have dedicated resources within the path. I will explain how to do it specifically. Okay? Fabrizio Ligotino asks, when assessing a distinguishing angle for the title or subtitle, do you prioritize Amazon suggestions or search for groups and communities on Google? Fabrizio, they sold it to you very well. Guys, the problem is that they sold it to you very well. They sold you the idea that a diabetic, a refrainer, a cookbook should have an attack angle. Guys, they sold it to you for a prolonged period. That is why all the individuals we interact with who encounter the greatest challenges in achieving results are the ones who come from alternative paths. All individuals who start from zero are the ones who achieve results before those who come from alternative paths. Do you believe it needs attack angle, guys? Diabetes, car fry, beginner's cookbook, think about it. Go and check out the reviews of the other books they sell. There's no need for you to do centuries of research, Fabrizio, okay? Yes, research community lands, but what do you want me to look for? A diabetic unaware of the GPT, you can ask them. A potential purchaser of a diabetic, air fryer, cookbook for beginners, just a potential individual with diabetes interested in purchasing a cookbook. What are the things you typically search for? Guys, but there's ChatGPT with the online search function furthermore. However, do make use of this tool. It is your very own personal assistant, completely private, and it comes at an almost negligible cost. Is that okay? Utilize it, exploit it, do 2 or 3 searches. Don't linger and go crazy with the searches, as Fabrizio and others with this idea die searching, doing the searches. Then there's Eugenio and other students of mine who don't do 6 years of research but still earn and publish. This business is very uncomplicated. Keyword: proceed without hesitation or complexity. Brief: proceed. Write yourself this well-said book. Make the description. Make the cover. Publish. Even today in counseling, I bring real cases with me, guys. I've been trying for years, blah, 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 blah. I have been doing publishing for 5 years. How many books have I published on KDP to sell on KDP? 2. In total, including those intended for audio, 10. Guys, 10 books in 5 years means I publish 2 books per year. Okay? There aren't many 10 books in 4 years. 2, 3 books a year are nothing. 2, 3 books a year are nothing. Okay? Take and do all those who do not get results because they do not do, because they are hyper-focused on extreme quality. It seems that they have to do the best project in the world. Guys, take and publish these blessed books. Can you delegate the person's shirt? Yes, Ludovico, yes, I'm telling you, yes. Perform 2 or 3 searches, visit 2 or 3 groups, under 2 or 3 YouTube videos. That is sufficient. But what do you want to spend 6 months researching to make a little book on Amazon? But are we serious? Guys, are we serious? Come on, come on. Where are those who, if I make books with artificial intelligence, Amazon bans me, disappeared? Today, Amazon is also offering US users the chance to automatically create audiobooks using artificial intelligence. But they'll be penalized. Are they that dumb to make you do audio with AI and then penalize you for it? So it makes you generate an audiobook that will never sell? But do we want to turn on our brains, gentlemen? Come on, can you do it? Don't make me confused and deceived by every single thing you hear and see. Search keyword, write this popular book. Completed a chapter with you in 10-20 minutes, but commenting and explaining. Would have finished writing by now. Hours. You make a book if you put in effort. And you have to feel like doing it. If you don't feel like doing it, then you turn to my guys, ChatGPT, etc., that you don't want to use it. You turn to We Publishing, and we do it again. Okay. If you don't feel like doing anything, guys, on the other hand, you have to take a direction, right? To reserve the consultation if you wish to have a conversation and grasp the functioning of everything. The entire process that we have developed for you, you give a call, you make a reservation from within this screen. This infuriating individual caused me to expend a significant amount of money. Guys, you expended them, huh? Did they coerce them with a firearm? How do I communicate with you? Did they direct a blade at your throat? So go to your friends, whom you have created within the various communities where you chat. Guys, it's another problem. You talk too much, blah, 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 here, but have you seen that, and you don't do. I'm not saying it's you, Ludovico, the case. I have some who book consultations. Of course they don't tell you, Ludovico. How the fuck do they sell you the service otherwise? But whoever is out there, guys, there are few who tell you that they do a public live and show you that you can do it completely on your own. Share. The minimum you can do is share. Like if you are on YouTube, share, subscribe to the channel, okay? Because what we are doing is something revolutionary. In Italian, there is no one, but neither in English, except for 2 or 3 particular cases. There is no one who goes live. It is not even recorded videos, goes live and shows you how to make the book for free. Wrote book on Banework, need to promote, chose profitable keyword, unsure how to proceed. It's Christian. Now there is the issue of the launch. So we have several opportunities. To start, make use of Facebook ads, okay? That's the first step. How, what, and why. I'll show you another episode, as in this one we discussed creating the book. In short, you have the option to utilize Facebook ads. In return for a bonus, prize, gift, or any desired incentive, you can showcase the book to a targeted audience. This audience can either be a Facebook group that does not require Facebook ads, or a Facebook group consisting of individuals who are not affiliated with any book promotion groups. Book promo groups, etc. go inside topic communities. So if you have woodworking, go inside woodworking enthusiast groups. Hey, this is my book. Whoever reads the ignition scene gets a bonus, a prize, and more. Please provide an honest review in exchange. Otherwise, there are visibility services. We Publishing has our exclusive visibility service that students can use, which I can't share with you because it's exclusive for them. And the fact that it's exclusive is not so much because you have to join We Publishing to use it, but because it guarantees that by using it, few people, this visibility service will be able to continue working smoothly. What doesn't work, unfortunately, is when there are 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people all together using those 50, 60 reviewers. That is the reason why they fail. That is the reason why these methods fail. So it is deliberately kept inside in order to ensure that it is preserved for the purpose of being used by the children of the community. If there are no Facebook ads, same identical way, okay? People say, take this free book, but then I'll explain it to you. We will do a dedicated live on what concerns the launch. You take this book completely for free. What you have to do to thank me, if you like the book, leave me an honest review, possibly positive, hopefully, okay? So these are the methods to get the reviews. If you're wondering, Christian, for those who are wondering, you don't need to have 100, 200, 300 reviews to sell. 10, 12, 15 reviews are more than enough to start selling. If you follow all the instructions as I explained within We Publishing, you will see that you won't encounter any problems because we have a number of individuals who in turn receive positive reviews based on the sales they generate on Amazon. Why is this the case? Why do they ask for them later to customers who have purchased their book? So it is true that we ask for reviews to begin with, but then the customer reviews come from the sales we generate. Positive reviews are on the way. So, sir, we have witnessed in this second episode of We Publishing how to produce books in a fully autonomous manner within a short period of time and without incurring any expenses or charges whatsoever. Okay, so the materials, people, even the descriptions, It is a simple task. Take the descriptions of the books they sell, provide them with the CCPT-DO, read this description in relation to my index and the index of my book, and develop a copy description for me that can help sell my book on the Amazon platform. Let me write the description, guys. It is not something so complicated, but rather straightforward and manageable. If you take the images to ChatGPT, guys, understood the images, not used. The images, AI. This is another BS. They are telling around you do not have the rights to these images. If even Midjourney, ChatGPT, and other platforms, there is only one that can make you feel safe. But Midjourney, for example, tells you that you have a commercial license, commercial license, but you do not have the rights to that image that is yours. You have nothing to prove that you have the right to these images. Whoever says otherwise, hello Laura Orlando, you will see it again. Watch this live, that is very powerful. We are talking about how I will show you how to write books by yourself. Do not use AI images in general. It's the only tool due to lack of global regulation affirming image rights, which is demonstrable at present. Rather use images taken from various sites like Deposit Photos, Shutterstock, etc. Deposit Photos are images that also cost €1. Or on sites like FreePic, you can get a monthly subscription with a few dollars. You can get some images and make them all pretty, okay? And you have the licenses, because if Amazon asks you, you have licenses to prove that the images are yours. Clear? Regarding the images, I would give a great deal of attention. A substantial amount of attention, all right? Do not let yourself be taken by strange whims. In the middle of the journey, you cannot use them, okay? You can use them as they provide a commercial license for your creations, but be cautious as you lack the rights. When asked, you don't have rights to that image. If the prompt you provide to generate the image is not highly specific, okay? It is not that specific, you will not be able to prove that the image is yours, so it could, remain that the image is yours. The tool in question, Midjourney, could, like others, generate a very similar image to the original source from which it draws to create that image. Already happened. I bring cases that have already happened. So books blocked because the image was exactly the same, but an image present in a blog that the tool slightly modified. That is, there is a slightly more crooked fork, but the image remained the same. The only tool that enables you to be a tad more relaxed is Adobe Firefly, because Adobe Firefly utilizes a database of images that has granted rights to Adobe to employ Adobe Firefly, okay? It's somewhat akin to if they were public domain images, you know? Adobe Firefly, with its authorized image collection, offers a sense of ease and freedom in your creative endeavors. If Amazon tells you something, is this image covered by rights? No, basically. Why? The owners transferred rights to Adobe to create your images with generative AI using Adobe Firefly, as Amazon does not have the rights to those images. Okay? But anyways, you don't have the license in your hand that says this image is yours. Is everything clear? Did I make myself clear? Any doubts? Any perplexity? Any fears? Please let me know. I would say we've reached our destination. So, gentlemen, we've spent a total of 58 minutes and a half during this live session where I physically showed you how to create your books on ChatGPT and publish them on Amazon. Is that clear and understandable to everyone who is watching this? Clearly, they will advise you against doing them because otherwise they cannot make sales. But guys, is it okay like this? Well, greetings.